As we start the new year, the whole new me, new you, that whole thing, we welcome Dr. Ian K. Smith is the author of The Last 15, Say Goodbye to Those Most Stubborn Pounds. Dr. Smith, good morning. I had no idea that losing weight slows metabolism until I read your book.
Yeah, Jim. It's interesting. People wonder why is it that I've been losing weight over a period of time and all of a sudden it just stops? I didn't do anything different. I've been eating the right food, same food. I've been working out the same. A couple of things happen, and people should understand this so that if you understand why it happens and it helps you break through the plateau. First of all, as you're losing weight, your body's natural proclivity is to want to hold on to weight. The body does not want to expend energy. The body actually is very happy with you sitting on the couch watching TV, using as less energy as possible. That's the body's built that way. Now, as you're losing weight, your body is upset because you're beating it. You're making it burn calories. You're making it work. And so the body fights back and says, aha, I know what you're eating. I know the exercise that you're doing. I'm now not going to respond by losing weight. And so a plateau is your body fighting back saying, what you've done has tricked me. Now I got it. The second thing that happens is as we get smaller, we need less calories because the smaller we are, our metabolism drops because we're smaller in size. Okay. The furnace of our calorie burning gets smaller. But when people are still eating the same amount of calories they did when they were heavier, and they're eating that same number when they're smaller, it's too many calories. So as you lose weight, you have to slowly, gradually wean down the amount of calories you're eating. That's important. It's called the calorie deficit. And the last reason why we hit these plateaus is because the body switches into what's called starvation mode. The body says, you have been losing weight consistently, and the calories are less, the meals sometimes are not as frequent, and the body starts getting nervous. The body's worried that you're not going to give it more calories. It doesn't know when the next meal is coming, particularly if you're someone who likes to intermittent fast. It gets nervous, and so it switches into what's called starvation mode. And in starvation mode, the body wants to hold on to fat rather than burn the fat, just the opposite of what we're trying to do. So the body kicks into starvation mode. And these are the reasons why people tend to either hit a plateau or they find it difficult to lose those last 10 to 15 pounds.
There's a great line early in the book where you say your body doesn't care about sculpted abs or fitting into smaller jeans. Its primary mission is survival. And I think you've just summed it up perfectly there, Dr. Smith.
Yeah. And by the way, no offense to those who want sculpted abs and fit into the jeans. That's a wonderful thing, by the way. Everything can be a motivator. But the true essence of what the body is trying to do is sustenance. The body is trying to exist for as long a period as possible without damage. And so people have to understand what the true meaning of food is, why the body needs to move. My mechanic says all the time, you have to drive your car. When people don't drive their car, the hoses start to dry and rot out, the gaskets start leaking, the seals start leaking. Same thing with the body. Your joints start becoming effective. You start adding more fat, your muscles. I mean, all these things happen. So, how you eat and how you move is important for the sustenance and the maintenance of the body.
You also talk in the book about the psychological grind of dieting. What kind of stress does that put on you, both mentally and physically?
You know, I'm very clear about the last 15. This is the book where it's not a diet. It's not a traditional diet. I've done plenty of diets. This really is an eating plan. It's a customized eating plan. And you see the foods, the regular foods, they're affordable, they're tasty, they're healthy. You probably have already over half of them in your house already. But it's how you structure the foods, right? It's how you put the foods together that makes a difference. And so in the program, what I try to do is I give you different weeks, 7 weeks with different goals. Okay. So week one is about resetting your metabolism. Week two is protein power, adding more protein to your diet. Not enough Americans are eating enough protein, by the way. Week three is about smart carb cycling. How do you actually get to the good carbs? Everyone says carbs are so bad. That's false, Jim. Carbs are the body's number one fuel source. Are there bad carbs? Of course. So they're bad carbs, but they're good carbs. We want to focus on the good carbs. So I think that people have to understand that A lot of what you need and a lot of how you need to do it is kind of already at your disposal. In the last 15, I just help people put all that together.
You talk about the importance of water over caffeine, and that's probably would be the biggest obstacle I know that I would have, Dr. Smith.
I am notorious for being a bad water drinker. I was on Rachel Ray for 16 years. She would tease me almost every segment. I've never met a doctor who doesn't like water. It's not that I don't like water. I like to have some kind of taste. That's just me. But I have overcome it. And this is a personal thing, and I'm really happy about it. I now drink about 9 cups of water a day, where before I may have been drinking about a cup and a half a day, because I love juice so much. But what I do is I take my water and I infuse it. I may put a little fruit in there overnight. I may add, a very small amount of apple juice, but I get some kind of flavor in there so that I enjoy the taste of water. And I got to tell you something. I feel so much better. And I didn't realize, Jim, I was dehydrated and didn't even know it. Now my energy levels are better. My skin feels better. The way I'm going to the bathroom, everything is better. And I think that people would really benefit from hydrating a lot. What's that magic number, Jim? I can't say. Is it 8 cups? No one knows. There's no universal number for everybody, but I believe for most people, between 6 to 8 cups a day would be very beneficial in drinking water.
One of the things that you also talk about in the book is taking a strategic diet break. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, I feel like, sometimes you got to live, right? And I think that sometimes people get very stressed and obsessive about dieting, very restrictive. And I don't think behaving and executing in an overly restrictive environment over a prolonged period of time is productive. You have burnout. Simple as that. Sometimes you got to say, I'm going to have a slice of pizza, right? I was in New York recently. I had my New York slice, big triangle, folded over. Um, but you got to do it, right? You got to do it. And so I am the believer of this. It's the 70-30 rule. If 70% of the time you're making good decisions, 30% of the time you can just have fun and you are going to be completely fine. So take a break sometime. I'm not saying go wild, but take a break. Don't be so hard on yourself. Give yourself some grace.
I'm a pizza snob. I have to admit it. If I go back into the city, I'm originally from New York City. I live out here in New Jersey now. If I go back in, I tell people, you got to get pizza there because it's so different from out here.
I'm telling you. And I'm in Chicago now, and everyone like, they give me the side eye because all I talk about is New York pizza. And I'm like, guys, New York pizza is different. It's a whole different animal.
The book is called The Last 15. Say goodbye to those most stubborn pounds. You can read all about Dr. Smith on his website at driansmith.com and spell the word doctor out, driansmith.com. Dr. Smith, thank you for your time this morning. And I'm going to get to work on, well, I have to worry about the first 15 first, but those last 15 as well. Thank you.
Hey, Jim, it works for the first 15, and I got a Facebook group that people should join. It's free. I'm in the group helping people every week. It's called the Last 15 Group. Join me on Facebook.